Hi, this is Luke Mummert. This is my claim for the debate for the Module 3 project. I'm on the pro side that colorblind approaches to public health are a problem because they mask health problems for racial and ethnic groups and should not be used in public health. So my first claim is that colorblind approaches hide meaningful health disparities. So there's data from the CDC that there is major differences in chronic diseases like diabetes, heart disease in Black and Native American communities rather than white communities. And if you take the same approach to, the colorblind approach of those marginalized communities and the white communities, and you take the same approach to health, you kind of ignore the fact that they are more susceptible due to their environmental factors, which I will get into later. So yeah, it's you're just kind of ignoring it. So that's my first claim. My second claim is that colorblind policies carry a one-size-fit-all solution. So again, the CDC reports that there's in some environmental and socioeconomic studies that minority communities are more likely to be located near areas of pollution, industrial districts, which again leads to rates of chronic higher diseases like asthma due to pollution, different stuff like that. And this can lead to rates of higher chronic disease. Additionally, like education and linguistic barriers can lead to a chain reaction where these people in these marginalized groups also have less access to healthcare, which also can lead to, if they're in places with food deserts, healthy foods and stuff like that. This can also lead to lower vaccination rates and other just things that would cause poor health. So if you have a one-size-fits-all where you treat the health issues in white communities or communities that are not marginalized and these marginalized communities, you're just ignoring the fact, and you're trying to put a square peg in a circle hole. Like it just doesn't fit the solution. So you have to use the right tool for the job in that sense, and address those with knowing the idea that that these are factors in the community. So yeah, you can't just ignore it and expect the problem to go away, or to have a solution that has that intention. And then, yeah, colorblind approach allows structural racism in health systems to exist unchallenged. There's evidence, again, by this is not the CDC, the American Journal for Public Health. There is evidence, for example, in the Black communities, there's a trend of being underprescribed pain medications for Black patients, and if you were to just ignore this 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 problem that has been shown on a multitude of occasions, you're just ignoring these problems, and these problems aren't going to go away, and it's pretty blatant at that point. So yeah, just again, if you just try to have an approach that is just to cover all and isn't specific to stuff, you're ignoring the problem, and that's not making the problems go away. But yeah, the counterclaim to that would be that it reduces bias because you're not being specific to different you're not being specific to different ethnic groups and races, but at the same time, it's not the race-specific thing. Is the race-specific approach and race-specific policies isn't regarding the biological race. It's not just because they're Black. It's because of the systemic racism and other things. You're addressing communities which have their own factors, right? If one community is living in an industrial area and it's a food desert, you're not going to approach that the same way as you would approach someone in the high class or upper middle class. It's just, just logically that doesn't work. So, but that is my debate. Thank you.